first myth today came via request, and it's the claim that after leaving Van Halen, David Lee Roth trained to be an EMT. While this one didn't happen for many years after he left the band, it is actually 100% true. Around 2004, David Lee Roth began training extensively in New York City, learning all of the various life-saving techniques he'd need to ride in the ambulance. And after his training was complete, he worked in the Bronx, Manhattan, and Brooklyn, and this is all while he was still a touring musician. Everyone who worked with Diamond Dave said he was beyond professional and took things very, very seriously. And it's completely true that he's a certified EMT, and he talks about it in interviews from time to time. Today's second myth is outright legendary, and many people point to it as the beginning of a completely new movement in music. It dates all the way back to 1969, and the claim that Alice Cooper's stage show used to involve tearing apart a live chicken. At its core, this is totally false, though there's a lot of truth behind it that makes this one stick all these decades. And it pretty much all goes back to the Toronto Rock and Roll Revival Festival. At the festival, Cooper and his band were still a relatively unknown act in those parts, but he still gave the full stage show to the audience. At the time, at the end of their set, they would explode pillows full of feathers across the entire audience. And for some reason that night, someone threw a live chicken on stage. I'm not kidding, someone got a live chicken into the venue. Cooper assumed that since the chicken had wings, it could fly, so he threw it back into the audience, where the chicken was torn to shreds by the people in the first few rows. The band did modify this slightly after the fact to make it part of their stage show, and definitely talked about it in the press because that was some damn good press. But while the story is legend, it's also a legend that Cooper was the one who tore up the chicken. Speaking of strange birds and musicians, our final myth today is a very odd one, and it's the claim that an ostrich once broke Johnny Cash's ribs. As strange as this one may seem, it is completely true, and it happened on his own game farm in 1983. Cash had a very large farm at the time, and one of the ostriches he had there absolutely attacked him. And while he was recovering from the 5 broken ribs he suffered during the incident, Cash relapsed back into his drug abuse, almost dying before he finally went back into rehab. So yes, this is completely true. You gotta look out for those big birds. So those are the myths for this week. Be sure to check back here every Thursday as I delve into some of the coolest stories in music history, and be here every day for all the music news, reviews, and knowledge you'll ever need.